Brighton and Hove Albion's League Cup journey continues tonight against Barnsley. After a blistering performance in the second round against Oxford United, Oakwell awaits as the Seagulls take on an opponent they have not met since their championship promotion campaign of 2016-17. The Cup always presents an opportunity. Who can make more Albion memories this evening? Well, before kick-off today, we will pay tribute to a legend of the sporting world. Dickie Bird, a proud Barnsley native, former professional cricketer and legendary cricketing umpire, sadly passed away. Diego Gomez poked through, and maybe an early chance for Zimas to race away for the Seagulls. Stefanos Zimas ran straight into the arms of Cooper. Seemed for all the world like he'd make the Tykes pay, but out came Murphy Cooper, who made himself big. I wonder if the chance to shoot was just that half second earlier before that extra touch from Zimas. Have to credit Dojevigné for getting back as well. Coppola. Lovely disguised ball out to Watson. Find Tommy Watson in space. Cross goes in, deflected. Awkward for Barnsley. Out as far as Belieber. Hit by Coppola. Bounces through to Watson and Gomez. And there is the opener. It had been a bright start by the League One side, but Diego Gomez slides in for his second goal in as many League Cup games. 9 minutes gone, Coppola kept it alive, Watson squared it across goal, and Gomez was there to slide it home. Presence of mind by Tommy Watson to drive that across the face of goal, and Diego Gomez never stopped moving. Scored against Oxford in the second round, scores against Barnsley in the third. It is Barnsley 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. That is a gut punch for Barnsley. And he scored his first goal for the club in the Premier League. Added one against Oxford United at the start of this season in the League Cup, and has scored again tonight. Does have a habit of popping up in the right areas. Can play anywhere in that midfield role, really. Here's Tommy Watson. Welbeck to his right. It's run through to Gomez. My word, what a hit. Diego Gomez has almost taken the net off at Oakwell. He has thundered that home past Cooper to make it Barnsley 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Quickly becoming his favourite competition, the League Cup. It's his third goal in just 2 games in it thus far. And he has ripped his right boot through that one. That is as sweet a strike as you will see. A diamond from Diego Gomez. The Barnsley fans could just sit and applaud. At full speed, he caught the full force of that ball to double the Albion's lead. Long from Coppola. Gomez, why not? Oh, he's done it again! It's a hat-trick for Gomez. The first was good, the second was brilliant, the third is out of this world. An uninterrupted hat-trick for Diego Gomez. That is magnificent. It sat up in midfield, but not for one moment did anyone think he'd hit it. But when it's your evening, it's just your evening, and they all fly in, and that one was fabulous. Wrapped his right boot around the ball and whipped it past Murphy Cooper. All the spin, all the drive, all the power into the back of Barnsley's net again. It's Barnsley 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 3, and Diego Gomez has done all the damage himself. Coppola, Tasker now. Belieber shifting into gear, pop forward by Zimas. Carlos Belieber sits down the defender, but not Murphy Cooper, who made himself big. Divine build-up play by the Seagulls against any opponent. That is worthy of credit. Belieber, Zimas popping it back to him with the first touch, and Carlos Belieber took his time. It was enough to shake off the attentions of the defender, but not of Murphy Cooper. We've got the ball, chant the Barnsley fans. Not for long though. Diego Gomez looking for Zimas. Again, just a half step away from the Greek forward. It will not drop for him. Veltman takes over. Veltman, Watson. The keeper's out of his penalty area. Zimas off the line. Brilliant from Jack Shepherd. When all seemed lost, Jack Shepherd steered it away. Murphy Cooper came out. Zimas tried the inventive lob, did everything right, but so too did Jack Shepherd, the hero for Barnsley. Hour has been and gone in this game. Still just the 3 goals separating Barnsley and Brighton and Hove Albion. Murphy Cooper looking long. Headed straight down to Keeler Dunn, and it's floated over the top of Steele. And it kissed the crossbar on its way behind. There wouldn't have been a great deal Jason Steele could have done about that if Keeler Dunn's effort had stuck under the crossbar. It had already slipped, and a scare for the Albion. Credit Keeler Dunn, almost nailed the execution. Only the crossbar denies him, and Barnsley a goal in this one. Steele's blush is spared by the crossbar. Javigné went down, trying to earn the free kick, and the referee agrees with him. Barnsley with a set piece in this left channel. It's been a good spell this for Barnsley, from that last cross to earning this set piece. Maybe just give their fans something to shout about. Gomez, the guilty party. Barnsley going to bring on Phillips. Curled in by Phillips. Dangerous area. Struck by Bland. Off the crossbar. Well, a combination of the post to the crossbar. Still alive. And Steele can claim. Jonathan Bland with a fantastic effort. Steele rooted to the spot as that travelled towards his top corner. Ayari, Welbeck, pop through, Diego Gomez again! He had 2 Seagulls goals coming into today's game. He'll leave it with at least 6. Diego Gomez with his and the Albion's 4th. Incredible individual performance, and just as Barnsley were creeping back in, it's that man again to extinguish their dreams. Diego Gomez with a 4th goal of the evening. Welbeck round the corner, waited for Murphy Cooper to come out, and coolly slid it past him. Everything he has touched has ended in the back of the net bulging. It is one of the great Albion individual performances, regardless of opposition, regardless of competition. This will be remembered, not least by that man with the biggest smile in Barnsley, Diego Gomez. Diego Gomez becomes the second in the last 24 years to do it tonight. 4 in one game. A remarkable performance by the Paraguayan. No wonder he's smiling. Harry Howe comes on for the Seagulls. Jean-Paul Van Hecker couldn't find the mark with that pass. Good tracking back from Kostulas. Now Watson, still full of running for the Seagulls. Tommy Watson, prodded through. Harry Howe! It's 5 for the Seagulls, and that one might be extra special. A young man with a very bright future gets his first senior Albion goal. Harry Howe of the Albion's academy, still a teenager, sweeps home a 5th. Well, this might be a goal that we look back on as the start of a glittering Albion career. And Harry Howe took it ever so well, driving it in the corner, 17 years of age. 2 assists last round against Oxford, but he's on the score sheet today for the first time in a senior game. Tasker, Gomez, Mayari rather, has added a 6th. It's another screamer. What have they fed them before this game? Yasin Iyari lashes a 6th Albion goal past Murphy Cooper. And it's another belter. Well, Barnsley had barely picked themselves up from Harry Howe's 5th when Yasin Iyari found space in midfield, drove into the penalty area, and from a tight angle, with brute force, drove it beyond the dive of Murphy Cooper. It is Barnsley 0, Brighton Hove Albion 6, and Yasin Iyari, who never scores tap-ins, has got the 6th. Cleary still running, this time at Tasker. It comes off the upright again for Barnsley. Well, they've had their chances. It's the 3rd time they've hit the woodwork today. Scoreline, here's harsh on Barnsley. Albion have been brilliant, more controlled in this second half, ruthless in their finishing, but Barnsley perhaps don't deserve the 6 written against their name. Tanai Watson trying to force them forward, coming to the end of that 1 minute added on at the end of this one. Referee checks his watch, and Tom Reeves puts the whistle to his lips. It's another perfect night in the League Cup. 2 games in this competition, 12 goals, 4 perfect strikes from Paraguay, 1 first senior strike from Sussex, and all finished off by a man from Sweden. It finishes here. Barnsley 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 6.